Blues and Sharks have met twice this season, and both times the Blues have been left bloody. Tonight, it's the third and final regular season matchup. Can the Blues survive the shark-infested frozen waters? Find out next. It is the third and final regular season meeting between the St. Louis Blues and San Jose Sharks. And time to check tonight's Dobbs starting goaltenders. Jaro Halak, his last game was a very good one in Columbus, stopping 30 of 33 as he picked up a 16th win of the year. Antti Niemi goes for San Jose as he has started the last 4 in a row for the Sharks. And there is big Joe Thornton. He's on the bench, but Alex Steen is on the ice, and he'll take the face-off against Couture. Blues hockey brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
And right off the hop, Alexander Steen taking the face-off, goes right over to Logan Couture, takes his man, and the Blues get the puck down the ice.
It is Couture, Tommy Wingels, and Marleau up front. As Pollock's in a foot race, and he beats Wingels to it. And now the puck chipped in front and then flipped away by Ian Cole. This goes all the way down. And we get the icing call against the Blues.
Well, for the birthday boy, Ken Hitchcock, we talk about our Toyota keys to the game here. A game in which the Blues are besieged with injuries. But discipline is going to be a main factor. You can be sure that was on the whiteboard for every one of the players. And when you look at discipline, that's a big part of it, especially with the power play of the San Jose Sharks. And it's a meat and potatoes game, John Kelly and Bernie Federico, in my opinion anyway. A lot of straight line stops and starts, pounding bodies in this one.
No question about it when you are missing basically one entire forward line in a good one. Schwartz, Sabotka, and Backus. Now the Blues in their own zone. Pietrangelo for Bouwmeester. And that is kept in at the line by Boyle. Now across from Matt Irwin, a shot. That was off Hurdle in front. And of course the Blues already without Ryan Reeves and Jordan Leopold, who were skating this morning. The only 2 players to skate after the Blues arrived last night from Ottawa around 1:30 in the morning. And now Jay Bouwmeester. He'll chip it in around the Sharks' end of the ice. Joe Pavelski gets it out. And now recovered by Stewart, who has scored goals in 3 straight. And now Big Stewart back in his own zone for Roy. Here's Roy, a pass. Hit the shin pads of Havlet and stays in the zone. Now Jackman gets it. Up the wall for Morrow. And that's tipped all the way down. And another icing call against the home team.
Well, as we've talked about, the St. Louis Blues without David Backes, and this is what happened in Ottawa. C-42 in front, and then just that collision with Colin Greening, big number 14. Looked to me like the helmet of Greening, who wears a visor, caught up there, and the neck of David Backes just snapped back, and you can obviously see the trouble that he had in getting back into the room. So he is listed as day-to-day with an upper body. And they will evaluate that, obviously, his progress every day.
A weird reaction, Panger. Looked like it took so long. It was really a strange encounter of the third kind, I think.
Yeah, not expecting the helmet to catch him right on the button like it looked like anyway. It appeared on that angle.
Now the Blues to center. Crocker trying to hit Koliakovo. And then it's guarded by Lapierre and a tripping minor.
That's going to be a tripping minor on the defenseman turned forward, Carlo Koliakovo. And again, a tough situation for Koliakovo to be in, but he is a good skater. He has good hockey sense. He comes in from behind, and the pick of his blade just pushes the back of the leg of Boyle. And it does clearly knock Boyle over on that play. He is pushing forward. That's an old goalie trick, Bernie, that he used to use in front of the net. But he didn't even realize that he had done it. It didn't...
Well, he didn't really trip him because it was almost like he pushed on the back of his legs. And as you said, the goalies used to do that in front of the net to all of us, and we got too close. And never got called on it at all, Panger. Never got called on that one.
San Jose 5 for 14 in 2 games against the Blues. Overall, they are ranked 11th at 18.8%. Here's Pavelski in for Thornton. Now a pass in front of Marleau. Bounces through his legs. And now collected by Steen, and he puts it off the glass and over the glass as it hits Couture in the ankle. Then we get a whistle.
Well, we all know that specialty teams are so important in the game, and when you look at the power play opportunities, the Blues have had more than San Jose have had. The time shorthanded, the Blues have been shorthanded less by a pretty good margin there, and only +1 and +48 is the difference there. Yeah, when you look at it, team Lissman-wise, the San Jose Sharks only averaging 8.8 PIMs per game, and that's third in the NHL, third best in the NHL.
Blues have killed 12 of the last 13 power plays against. And now it's picked up by Pollock, and he has a lane up on left wing, and he fires it down the ice. And Niemi has to be careful as Lapierre was lurking in the area. And now the Sharks to center ice, Couture for Marleau. In on the wing for Thornton. That pass picked off, and Jackman has time. Sharks haven't played since Saturday in Nashville, a 3-2 loss, as they have now gone 1-4-1 in the last 6 games after the 6-game winning streak. And Garrett Roy back on Brent Burns. Havlat to the front of the goal. That's tipped just wide by Hurdle, the rookie. And again, the Blues play it down the ice.
I don't think Hurdle realized that he had that much time. He could actually stop that and would have had plenty of time for a deke there. Good break there for the Blues.
Now Havlat into Wingles. He cuts in, and a good pass save there by Halak.
Good angle right
Tommy
there.
Wingles.
Yeah, he was on top of his crease, went down in the butterfly, kind of gave it and took it away right there.
And time is running down in Koliakovo's minor. Here is Brent Burns. Hasn't scored since he had the hat trick against the Blues. Now Wingles with it, a drive, and that's off the end wall, back to the line. Burns had it knocked away by Alexander Steen. And that'll do it. Koliakovo is back. The Sharks had one shot on the power play. Then hammered in from center ice by Irwin.
And not a bad way to start maybe in home ice when you come off of the road and you get the old work boots on right off the hop. So a real good start on the PK, only one
Niemi
scoring
gets
chance.
it up in front of Berglund was there, but couldn't capitalize. And it comes around now Shattenkirk. He'll twist one back to Berglund. And a rush shot goes wide. And now Vladdy Tarasenko for Porter. Irwin steps up for San Jose to Vlasic. And now it's picked up by the Sharks. And here they come to center ice. And Justin Braun. And that bounces back in the Blues goal. And Cole for Shattenkirk. And hooks it back to Ian Cole, who was a healthy scratch last night. Now the Blues to center. Here comes Morrow down the wall, or rather Roy to the front. A floating shot off Roy's stick. That's gloved by Niemi, and we get a whistle.
Well, Tommy Wingles, the right-hand shot, takes a real good pass from Marty Havlat through the neutral zone. And on the rush, Antti Niemi, San Jose Sharks get a good chance here. See the angle there? Maybe there's a little room on that far side, but Wingles is looking 5-hole all the way, and then Niemi mishandles this one here. And Porter, who played so well in last night's game, he provided a ton of energy, relentless on the forecheck last night.
Now the Blues get the puck back of the Shark goal. And it is Payarvi, and he goes down along with Brad Stewart. Somebody's going for holding, I think Stewart.
It was a good battle there behind the net, and Magnus Payarvi played very, very hard in last night's game, played very well.
San Jose penalty, number 7, 2 minutes for holding.
Kelly Sutherland with a little broadcaster voice right there, and bringing that to the people. But here's the play here. Payarvi is actually pushing across, 2 players battling for it, and referee sees that Stewart is the one that takes down Payarvi. 1 power play each now.
Blues went 0 for 2 last night. 2 for the last 11. Here's Roy. And in the slot, lost it. Pavelski fires it down the ice. And in 2 games against San Jose, the Blues power play only 1 of 11. But on the year 5th best. Shattenkirk for Roy. And now back to Shattenkirk. He moves in, and a wrist shot. Didn't get through. Now Shattenkirk back in the goal. Deals it back for Steen. And Steen a shot. That was probably going wide. It's gloved by Niemi. And no further play.
Well, Antti Niemi's a real grinder in that net. I mean, this guy is a worker, and that's why he endears himself to his teammates so much. And he's really improved that glove side. The area in which teams are beating him is right at that blocker area, Bernie. And, you know, it's a tough shot, but that 18 inches above the pad on that stick side, that's the area that the Blues are going to try to focus on.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I mean, that's really, especially for a left-hand shot on the right side, a guy like Tarasenko can really maybe take advantage of having that quick shot there, Panger.
Yeah, because when Antti Niemi came into the league, he really struggled with his glove. I give him a lot of credit. He's battled hard in that area, and he's much better there.
As Tarasenko pushes the puck down low. And now back for San Jose, John McCarthy. Desjardins is tripped up, and there is another call. And there goes the Blues power play.
Well, this has not been a meat and potatoes start to this hockey game. There's no gravy at all in this one. It's all special teams right now. And you see right there, that stick is just sweeping there, and it's just enough on it to cause a toe pick. And another minor penalty.
And it's really hard to believe that someone can get knocked over with a stick like that, because these sticks are, they weigh, what, 2 pounds maybe? And to knock the feet out is very strange with one hand on the stick. I don't get it. Maybe he stepped on it. I don't know.
And a 4-on-3, or check that 4-on-4 for a minute, 2, and then another power play for San Jose. As the draw is won by Steen. And Steen has played a lot of center in his career.
Penalty 6-26.
Now Bouwmeester. And his pocket picked by Havlet. And now the rookie Tomas Hertl comes over there. Slides it back for Boyle. Thought about shooting. Now for Irwin, a drive, and that was off a body. I think Pietrangelo. And the Blues get it back.
Boy, it was Pietrangelo and Bouwmeester in overtime on that 4-on-3 power play against. They were absolutely terrific. Pietrangelo had a number of shot blocks in that one.
5 for the game to lead the Blues. Now Pietrangelo back of the goal, can't center. It's recovered by Hertl. 20 to go in Stewart's minor. Long stretch pass to Hertl. He comes in, little toe drag move and a shot on the ice taken care of by Halak.
So with the hands there of Hertl, doesn't it? He's got a a lot of ability with the puck. He can make a play, that's for sure.
Lead all rookies in goals and points. Now Steen back to the line. Had it knocked away. Jackman follows up. In for Steen. And now Stewart is back for San Jose. And now they have a power play for 55 seconds. Their second of the evening. Shots are 3-2 San Jose. Now Thornton comes up the ice. And he waits. Into the slot for Couture's shot. He put that one wide. Ends up on the point for Burns. Now Marleau in front. Broken up by Berglund, who rips it all the way down the ice.
Logan Couture is another one of those players between Brent Burns and Couture. They've been on the colder side. The last 6 0 goals and only 2 in his last 15 games for San Jose.
And now broken up by Derek Roy and a short-handed break. Here's Roy. And a diving play by Burns. That was intended for Porter. What a play by Burns, who of course has been a defenseman. Now Marleau back. Tough angle for Thornton. And the Shark captain to Marleau. Now Thornton again. Tough angle again. In front, a shot by Thornton. That blocked at the Blues defense. And Tarasenko was out of the box. Sharks no shots on the power play. And the Blues had the best chance on that 2-on-1.
And Derek Roy did everything right on that play. He bought time, he waited, but it was just a magnificent last-second move there by Burns.
And now a diving attempt there by Chris Stewart. Puck comes to the near side for Mike Brown. And now the Blues get it back. Magnus Payarvi. He winds up and fires it. And off a leg in front. Berglund was trying to get it. The Sharks the other way. And now tipped to center ice for McCarthy. And that goes in deep. As Halak sets it up. Along the wall for Stewart. And Desjardins comes in for San Jose. Now for Shepherd. James Shepherd back of the goal. Trying to muscle his way to the front. Now a shot, and that's off something to the corner. And the Blues with it. Pietrangelo trying to move up the wall. Irwin gets it back to line for Havlet. And a shot sails wide, and they jam it in. Pavelski off the end boards, and he makes it 1-0.
That wasn't a normal bounce off the boards, though. That was not a normal bounce. It looked like it might have hit that partition behind, and instead of going further around on a different angle, it bounced right in front. Pavelski, the right-hand shot, is right there on the doorstep and just clanks it home. Keep your eye on the shot up top. Off that, might have hit that blue partition right there, and then comes right back from our Plaza Tire Service replay. Now, that angle there, that puck should be going around a little bit further. It comes right there before Jackman can get to Pavelski, before Jaro Halak can get over to his left point. It's an empty netter.
No, you're
Little
absolutely,
Joe.
yeah, Pang, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what it did. It hit that blue partition there, and instead of going on the geometrical angle that it's supposed to, it came right back in front of the net. So it's a tough break there for Halak.
Well, he gets his 13th.
You like that? Yeah.
Now wing goes off. It's saved there by Halak. And he gets The arm up in the nick of time there.
A quick save and a quick strike of a shot right there by the Sharks. So again they score first in the season series.
Now the Blues. And it's Steen into the zone. He'll drop it off to Brendan Morrow. Pavelski gets his 13th at 9:38. And now it's Couture to center ice. And he sends it in. A lone assist to Martin Havlat on the weird goal at 9:38. Of course, the Blues, the day after Thanksgiving in San Jose, fell behind 4-0 after 1. And had a terrible start. Now Cracknell can't get it by Thornton. Here's Shattenkirk. Up the boards. Stewart can't hold it in. And now Jason Demers. Up the far side. There's Pietrangelo for Lapierre. And he looks to move it up the ice. Nice pass for Koliakovo. He'll dump it in. And Cracknell the first man in there against Shepherd. And Shepherd kicks it away from the traffic. And puts it off the boards to center ice now for Pavelski. And he works on Bouwmeester. And then check back of the goal. Here's Havlat again with it for San Jose. Drops it back. Irwin a drive. That hit the foot, I believe, of Pietrangelo. And now pinballs around in front. Finally knocked into midair by the Blues. Then Tarasenko to center ice. And he's slowed up near the sharp line. Bouwmeester, he'll try. In for Porter. Off the boards and in. Irwin to the far side. Berglund steps in there for the Blues. And now Porter supports it. He runs it back of the goal for Tarasenko. And 2 goals in Columbus. Berglund lost it back of the cage. Now Porter for Polak. And it bounced on him to center ice.
Tough break right there because Porter does a nice job of making sure the D's open. That's Roman Polak, but it was just a little too heavy and it just exploded off the twig and out of the zone.
Center ice pass off the Shark player. And then recovered by Chris Stewart. He gets it deep in the Shark zone. Irwin far side. There's a good pitch by Barrett Jackman. And now Wingles to center ice. And he'll drop it off. Irwin gets by Roy. And then for Marleau, drop pass to Braun, and a wrist shot. Rebound, they score! Same type of play, and Irwin makes it 2-0.
Just a remarkable bounce off the end boards again. Not a clean shot, but a clean entry into the zone. It comes on the heels of the pinch in the offensive zone. And it looked like the Blues were back in numbers, but the shot there, and you see the little redirection off the boards. And Irwin's there in front of the net, the defenseman, and he just turns, gets inside position on Chris Stewart and banks it home.
His first of the year, and first goal in 27 games going back to last year.
You know, Panger, you just mentioned about the pinch, and that's exactly it. You saw it was a forward that was back in front of the net instead of the defenseman. That's a tough play there. Again, when you pinch, you got to make sure that it's going to be almost 100% now.
Well, the Blues fall behind by a couple. Now Payarvi a shot. Not a lot of mustard on that one. Braun and Marleau get the assist on that last goal. And now McCarthy gets it back to the Blues goal. Cracknell there for the Blues along with Pietrangelo. Cracknell feathers it up the near side for Lapierre. Held in by Desjardins.
That's Matt Irwin's first goal of the year.
And that's an icing call here against the Blues. So Pavelski and Irwin have scored. And the Blues in a 2-0 hole.
Blues are arguing that puck hadn't even gone all the way down across the goal line. So when you look at the Barrett Jackman pinch, it's a good read. He's down low. Well, now the play goes up. Stewart is that forward that Bernie's talking about. Wingles makes a great play in waiting for Matt Irwin. Irwin jumps up in the play, and he ends up going right in front of the net, which ends up being Stewart's man. And all in all, when the pinch happened, it looked like it was a good read. It looked like they had, good positioning, but maybe just not enough in layers defending that pinch.
And the Sharks fire it in. Shepherd back of the goal. Comes to Demers. And now back to of the cage again. Havlat worked over by Ian Cole. And the puck springs free. And now Porter to center ice. Porter with Tarasenko and Berglund. And Porter gets there quickly. Now to an open corner, Shepard. And throws it back for Demers. Shots are 7-2 for the Sharks, who lead by 2. Blues on home ice this year, 13-2-2. The Sharks away, 9-6-3. There's Marleau at center ice. And he gets the puck down low with Wingles in there. Now comes ahead to Porter. And he goes the other way off a seam. Boy, the Blues have had some bad breaks in their own zone in this first period. The boards and glass have not been friendly.
No, usually not friendly to the visiting team. It's been a couple of breaks and a little bit of adversity that the Blues have got to get through here in this game.
And now Jackman has it ahead for Chris Porter. And he'll smack it in from center, under 5 to play, first period. And it is the veteran Dan Boyle. Irwin back for Boyle. On to center ice, chipped in there by Thornton. Handled by Pietrangelo. Not out of the zone. And now Bouwmeester to his partner. Pietrangelo ahead. PRV is stripped near the line. And now it bounces to center ice. Ripped right back in by Boyle. The Blues have not exactly had a lot of clean exits here in the first period from their own zone. As Morrow rings it around the end boards. OT on the forecheck. And the puck springs away from them. Now Thornton far side for Braun. And back to the Blues line. Ian Cole. And now for Lapierre. Here's Morrow open on the right side. Stewart can't get in. And it bounces back to Cole again. And he's chased all the way back to the goal by Shepard. Stewart takes the hit. The puck stays in the zone. And then Shepard worked over by Cole. Now Pavelski comes along. Rattles it back of the goal for Havlat. Here's Cole stepping behind Shepard. And now Roy to center ice. And that pass was gloved down. Now Roy gets it again. In with Stewart. And Stewart and Roy, they get it free back for Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk, a red shot. And that, I'm not sure if it got through or not. If it did, Niemi made the body save, and the Sharks cleared away. And now Couture at the Blues line. Broken up by Shattenkirk. He can't move it. Couture again with Marleau. Look out here. Into Marleau, and it's just too far. And now Couture back on the goal. Jackman gives him a bit of a cross-check. Now Couture trying to feed it in front. He does. Marleau was open, but it was just off the mark. Some great zone time again by the Sharks. Wingles and Derek Roy battle. Now Couture in front. And a pad save by Halak. And he has it under that pad, and we get a whistle. A tough start for the Blues. Goals by Pavelski and Irwin.
Awesome. Two pretty important players there. And Vladdy Sobotka on the right, and there's Jaden Schwartz there on his left. And when you look at the first goal here, I wanted to take a look at the stick of right here of Chris Stewart. Here's the shot. Let us roll for a second, and we'll see a glance off the stick there of Stewart, off the partition there. The bounce is immediately in front. It's no wonder they couldn't defend against it. That's a two-bouncer right there. This one here, watch the end boards to the right of the post there. Right off, perfectly, a left-hand shot, slides away from his man after the pinch took place in the offensive zone. And the defenseman, Matty Irwin, gets his first goal of the year. I mean, those are, you know, you can talk all you want about it, but those are tough breaks right off the hop.
Well, especially the first one.
Yeah.
Sharks win the faceoff. Demers gets it back of the goal. Here's Thornton. Now Bouwmeester steps up. And along for Tarasenko. And he banks it in. Porter trying to hunt it down back of the goal. Gets some help there from Berglund. Now Porter, a quick shot, and that goes wide. Comes around to Pietrangelo. And that didn't get through. And now you need some big saves from Jarro Halak. And sort of like the way the Blues were behind the 8 ball in Columbus when they trailed 3-1. And Darren, he made some huge saves to keep the Blues in the game, and I think he's going to have to do that here in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, there's no question. There's just nothing clean going on. He's been real good on the clean ones. He's made a number of saves, but there's been no momentum on either side, really. The Blues just got to get it going deep again and get something towards the goaltender emptying the Emmy.
Yeah, at some point find their legs after traveling last night. 1:45 to go here in the first. Oshie, a big hit at the line against Stewart. They both go down. Held in by Jackman. That shot hits on goal. Rebound Oshie. Can't get it back in front. And now Shattenkirk to Jackman. Jackman a shot. It's traffic. And the Sharks punch it out of there. And Marleau, the former second overall pick, gets it all the way down. And that was a pretty good flurry for the Blues.
Yeah, the Sharks are doing a good job of collapsing their 5 men down low like that. Not sure if those are even getting through to empty the Emmy.
Now back of the goal, Stewart forces Braun to cough it up. Here's Derek Roy. Trying to hook it in front. That was broken up. And then swatted back to center by Havlin. In the final minute now in the first period. And a hit by Morrow on Shepard.
Big hit right there.
Sharks to center ice. Braun. And then for Havlin. He'll filter one through back of the goal. Taken by Morrow. And then Morrow and Shepard battle for it.
I think the player to watch is the guy with the puck right now. I think Derek Roy's playing with a lot of confidence with the puck. He's handling more, skating well. Had a terrific game in Ottawa. 2 helpers.
Didn't get that one deep, and now a shot by McCarthy. And that's taken care of. Talking to Hitchcock before the game about that Roy line with Morrow and Stewart. He said on one hand, they're getting a lot of scoring chances. And, of course, Stewie had both goals. But, and it's a big but, they're giving up a lot of chances as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, you got to take care of your own end. And where you turn pucks over, that is certainly the key. And you just mentioned the fact that that puck wasn't deep enough and it goes the other way. But you can see that head-to-head this season, I mean, the numbers are eerie. The first game right here in this building in Game 1, Sharks scored at 9:37 and 10:25. And in this game, they've scored at 9:38 and 12:34. Of course, that was a game in which everything was stunned, so silent because of the injury to Dan Boyle with Max Lapierre being ejected.
And one of those goals was a 5-on-3 goal.
Yep, and there's Max Lapierre off the ice. He had not very happy going off the ice as well.
And now the face-off won by Oshie. Pietrangelo to center ice now for Patrick Berglund. And he does get it deep with 15 to go in the period. And now McCarthy. Get cleared by Pietrangelo. Jardin goes the other way with it. And then Brown sends it back to the corner, and that's going to do it. And the end of one here at Scottrade Center.
A heck of a road period for the San Jose Sharks. They've had a couple of days off after their loss in Nashville, and they were prepared for this one. Took advantage of a couple of hops, and they're up 2-0.
Blues outshot 10-4 and trail by 2. Jim Hayes.
Another rough start for the Blues against the Sharks. Couple of curious caroms proving costly. Jim Hayes in the Bud Light Zone. Here's what's coming up in the Sapod GM Country Intermission Report. Andy Strickland will be along. He'll share some news and notes. Plus, Bernie Federko will join me. He'll break down the first period of play. Plus, we'll check out what's on tap. 1 period in the books at Scottrade. Blues down 2-0. The Intermission Report is coming up.
As the Blues get set for the second period here at Scottrade, they find themselves down 2-0. John and Darren back in the broadcast booth where the Blues wanted a low-scoring game, and unfortunately the Sharks got a couple of fortuitous bounces in that first period, Hanger.
Well, they really did. The San Jose Sharks have been magical in the first period. They're now a +29 in goals for, goals against to begin hockey games. And the Blues in that department are now a -2. But the Blues did have some chances in this game, and a great poke check in the defensive zone leads to this 2-on-1 break. But a better defensive play there, a bit of a fortunate one there by Burns. The Blues had a number of these chances here. Shot by PRV. They do the right job. Doesn't get through. The San Jose Sharks are doing a great job of protecting their goaltender. And the good news is, in the first period, as we say, the Blues are a -2. But let's take a look at the second and third. And that's where the Blues have really come on strong. So they're down 2, and they're going to need to empty the tank here after a very maybe tiring first period after the long trip last night from Ottawa. Back-to-back nights.
The Blues only 4 shots on goal and only one by a forward. That was by Derek Roy. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. Teams are at full strength. Underway in the second period. And Vlasic back in his own zone. Off the boards. Cole trying to knock it down. Oshie does. And Oshie chips it right back in. On with Morrow and Steen. So a different look to begin this second period for Ken Hitchcock. And now Morrow back for Cole. To Roman Polak and a shot. That goes high and wide. And then Cole down the left wing side. Gets it back on the goal. Marc-Edouard Vlasic for the Sharks on to Couture. And he has to wait. The late offside. Now they blow it dead as the Shark player Wingles had not cleared the zone.
Well, so no surprise here, but Ken Hitchcock has made some changes, as you just mentioned, John, and Brendan Morrow slides up there with Alexander Steen and TJ Oshie. Of course, Magnus Pääjärvi started the game there, but in last night's game in Ottawa, he did have Brendan Morrow on that left side, so he saw something good with that line with Alex Steen at center and with Oshie after the injury to David Backes.
Now the Sharks dump it in there. Here is Pavelski. And a tough angle shot. Halak had to be alert. And Chris Porter gets it by Boyle. And a race. Stewart in there for the Blues. Now Stewart with Porter and Roy. Another new look line for the Blues here in period 2.
So look for Magnus Pääjärvi to join Berglund and Vladdy Tarasenko then.
And now Roy gets it at his own line. And the Ottawa native in for Stewart. That shot wide came in front. Boy, those boards are active at this end of the ice. And Porter's rebound attempt is tipped out of play.
Well, with how well San Jose is protecting their goaltender collapsing down low, Stewart looks like he's doing this on purpose. I might be wrong about that, but he finds Porter there, and if not for the stick of the defenseman, Porter's got a good chance to do exactly what San Jose did in the first period.
The Blues are 1-2-2 on the second game in a back-to-back situation. And again, the Sharks have been off since Saturday after they lost in Nashville. Stolen back to the goal. Pääjärvi in front, trying to jam it through the legs of the Emmy. And a save by the Shark goaltender as that was a heads-up play by Pääjärvi.
Yep, very heads-up play, and that's one thing that Magnus Pääjärvi did very well last year in the lockout-shortened season with Edmonton. He went to the blue paint. He was one of the few Oilers that did go and grunt it out right there, and there he, on the wraparound, takes off the boards. You got to pay a price. You're going to go in that blue area. You're going to get hit, but you got to be willing to stand there. And easier said than done. I know coming from a short-ball little goalie, Bernie, but you've got to do that, and that's the kind of energy the Blues are going to need right now.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what Todd McLellan was talking about his troops. I mean, Thornton, that was a lazy play there by Thornton, and that's what Todd McLellan's been trying to get his Sharks to get back to basic hockey and a little more, I guess, trust in each other.
Now it is Tarasenko in his own zone. Puck played back to the line. And then the Demers for Stewart. Off the boards. There's another Karen play. And now it goes to the rookie Hurdle out of the Czech Republic. For Thornton walking in front. They score! Burns wide open. And makes it 3-0.
Well, Barrett Jackman doesn't like what I think is a pick in front. But play down below. And Brent Burns, who, as we mentioned before, has been struggling. I mean, Burns in his last 8-0 goals is last 28, but 3 in that one game. And there he just lifts that easily up over the glove of the goaltender, Jaro Halak. So hit in the corner and the play down low right there. A little bit of a switch in front and not quick enough to get to that pass. And Brent Burns is on the doorstep.
His first goal since the hat trick on November 29th. His 9th of the year at 2 minutes of the second. And the Sharks lead 3-0. Now Desjardins after it. Here there for the Blues. Polak up the board now for Cracknell. And now Koliakovo in a race, but the Sharks get there first. Then drawn to center ice. For Desjardins. And then from the wing, a drive by McCarthy and a glove save by Halak.
Well, again, with a day off here in St. Louis, the San Jose Sharks able to practice a little bit in their skate. He intentionally, Stewart does, again, tearing that off the boards. Remember, a couple of years ago, the team spent a lot of money in the expense of the new boards right there, and they are much more alive. But you see that Barrett Jackman not happy with that collision on the far side.
And it's interesting, Panger, the Sharks have practiced here a couple of days, and it seems that they must have been using these boards in practice because they seem to have it figured out.
And the assist on the goal by Burns to Thornton and Hurdle at 2 minutes. And Steen moves in for the Blues. Morrow hit in the corner. Now it's played around for Marleau. He gives it up. And then Steen pushes one back of the goal. Oshie trying to get it in front. And then Couture just gave it to Pietrangelo, a shot. That was blocked in the slot area. And then Braun, who leads the Sharks in ice time this year, gets it out. Now Morrow trying to go back in on left wing. That was blocked, and now Marleau with it. And that's scooped high deep in the blue zone.
And that's all they're going to do. They're going to make sure that puck goes in deep and force the St. Louis Blues to go 200 feet to get a scoring chance.
And then Thornton comes in there, gets it free for Burns. It's inverted defenseman. Now Burns out high. To Thornton, back to Burns, backhander wide. Mullen had Burns on the third line in practice the other day and was not happy with some of his top players and perhaps getting the message. Well, students, while you are enjoying the winter break, join us this Thursday for Student Night as the Blues take on the Canadiens. With a valid ID, students can purchase tickets for as low as $22 at the Ford box office. That's this Thursday against Lars Eller and the Montreal Canadiens. And now Brian Elliott was getting his mask on for some reason. Sort of strange that he put the mask on, but he is not coming into the game.
Remember what Jarro Halak said after the game in Columbus, trailing the game 3-1 at the end of one, but he makes some magnificent saves at the end of the first to keep the Blues in reach of the game, and then was real strong in the last part. And one thing he said afterward was, I'm glad that I didn't get pulled. I'm glad that he left me in there.
Now Berglund into the forecheck for the Blues with Payarvi and Tarasenko. Puck comes free. And a backhander by Berglund. Tarasenko trying to fight it. Another shot by Tarasenko. And that's tipped off the glass. And the Sharks play it high to center ice. That was the best chance tonight for the Blues. And now Tarasenko can't get into the zone. And then Shattenkirk swings it across the ice. No one is there for the Blues, and Pavelski drives it in. And Halak puts it back to the near boards now for Jackman.
And a tough one for Tarasenko there, JK, because that puck was rolling, it was on end, and he had the wide open net to the glove side, but because it was rolling, it gets too much on it and goes over the crossbar.
Although it may have been tipped, I'm not sure. We'll have to go to the replay for the official confirmation.
Oh, we will, John, we will.
Well, it's Lapierre. And Porter in a foot race there against Demers. Puck comes around to McCarthy, and he goes up the middle and back to center ice. Hammered back in by Ian Cole. Now Cole again on the pinch. Holds it in there. Shots in the game, 13-7 for San Jose, and they lead 3-0. As Brown gets it deep. And Halak, now he moves one to the corner for Pollock. And then Ian Cole up the wing. That's tipped out by Morrow. And Justin Braun for Vlasic. Pollock, a good step up, knocking a Shark player down, but the Blues can't convert, and here comes Marleau back in. And Marleau drags the puck in the corner. Now gives it up, and Steen out of his own zone. Alexander Steen for Oshie. Down his off wing. Oshie tries to get to the slot. Pass in front. Now Steen follows up. Here's Steen with a drive. That goes high off the glass. Comes back to Bouwmeester. Now for Steen. Tough angle, a shot. And a right arm save by Niemi. And the puck knocked away from Morrow. Bouwmeester pinches in.
Good read by Bouwmeester there. On his toes all the way.
And now back on the goal for Jur. Pounded from behind by Morrow. And bodies fly everywhere. And it's grabbed by Braun. And he just makes the safe play back to center ice. Bouwmeester for Pietrangelo. And now Bouwmeester again into the Shark zone. Pietrangelo a drive, and that's tipped off a stick and wide. And Payarvi trying to drop it back. That's picked off by Brent Burns. And away he comes, 3-on-3. Fourth foot. Thornton looks in front. Now the late man comes in, and a shot by Irwin is blocked. I don't think it got on goal. And then Berglund lost it, and a shot right on goal by Burns. An early Christmas present there by Berglund.
And a good save with the blocker. Boy, oh boy, the Blues are sloppy.
Now it comes across for Boyle. And off those boards again. Hurdle had it, lost it. And it's grabbed by Pietrangelo. And on to center ice for Berglund. And his long wrist shot goes well wide. Stewart there for the Blues. In the middle of the line change. Stewart now rips it back of the goal. And around for Berglund. And he'll funnel it low. Porter helps out there. And it goes to the other side. Roy races on the ice as Berglund goes off on a line change. Now Derek Roy and Burns fight for it.
Oh, good play by Roy.
Back on the line now to Cole. Here's Cole, a shot looking for a tip. That was blocked. And Stewart will pitchfork one to the corner. And Burns a giveaway. Cole right in front. And the pass there, he should have shot that.
Yep.
And now back for Polak. And Roman Polak. To Roy, long wrist shot. And that did get through, but a pad save by the Finnish goaltender Niemi. And a whistle. 11:55 to go in the second period. Burns has made it 3-0.
Find yourself down by 3 goals right now. What do you have to do to try to create some more offense? I know you've changed some lines so far. Is that going to try to get things working?
Yeah, we just need to get 1 goal, and to get 1, you never know. We had some good shifts, but it's a bad start, Bernie. You can't start like the way we did, where we weren't engaged enough early, and they took advantage of it. So we're digging ourselves. We're climbing uphill right now. Just need to get 1 goal and then see where it goes.
Thanks, Hitch.
And again, Coach Hitchcock celebrating a birthday today. But not much of a present this morning when he discovered that he'd be without 3 key players in tonight's game.
Yeah, no, you see the importance of David Backes in that matchup game as well. And but he's right. I mean, as a coach, I mean, you can't dwell on the down 3-0. You got to find some positives in there. You got to get some energy going from one line to another. You need some sustained pressure from one line to another. But it all starts with the little things in the game. You're starting to get that back there.
Now Jackman for Shattenkirk. And a wrist shot and a pad save. A tricky shot there. And Niemi stuck out the right leg.
Had a pass off pad on the far side right there. And there's no one in that area in the high slot.
And Demers, the first man back for San Jose. Blues are home Thursday against Montreal, then back on the road for 2 in Edmonton and Calgary. The Blues have 3 separate trips to Canada over a 3-week span. Winnipeg, last night in Ottawa, and now to Western Canada over a 3-week period. Bouwmeester with it. Long wrist shot. That was off a skate in front. And now grabbed by McCarthy. Ends up in the corner. Ian Cole back there. Tipped by Cole Jacobo. Again up on left wing tonight. Now for Max Lapierre. And he gets it in deep. And Vlasic turns the other way to Desjardins. And then swatted in by McCarthy. Here's Cole's pass to Porter. And that's knocked out of midair by a high stick by Vlasic, and we'll get a face-off in the Shark zone.
Well, the Blues have had a couple of chances here, including Tarasenko's with that puck rolling. He just lets this one rip, thinks he's got one, and nothing there. This one here on the short side off the shaft of the stick. Might have glanced off Vlasic as well. And then this one pass off pad, but James Shepherd, the centerman turned winger, is right there in good position defensively. So there have not been any secondary opportunities against Antti Niemi in this one.
Blues win the draw. Pietrangelo a shot. Hit Porter's skate in front, didn't get on goal. And now Wingles the other way. With Porter right back in there. Leaves it. Now gets it back from Roy. To Roy, down low. And he circles the wagon. Back to Pietrangelo. And a shot up high, and that hit a Sharks player. And stunned Couture. And now Roy in front to Stewart. Fires it, and he missed everything on a great setup. And that's a glorious chance for Stewart.
Keep getting that puck to Derek Roy. He's the one player that is absolutely hopping, seeing things develop, and he's ahead of the play right now. Well, for Logan Couture, he's in front of the net in a good defensive position. And our Mazda drive to the net in a super slow-mo, wicked blast there. It rises hard. And before it can get to the goalie, Antti Niemi, there's Logan Couture jumping up. And here's the good play by Derek Roy to Stewart, and that does not miss by much. And there's the frustration by Chris Stewart. And then they were just offside as Derek Roy enters the zone. Stewart was going for a line change.
Stewart has goals in 3 straight, 1 shy of his career high. And that puck was rolling just a bit on Stewart. And this goes down the ice, an icing call against the Blues. Hopefully Stewart can go on one of those runs that he has been able to do in his career. 2-time 28-goal scorer. He is every bit a streaky goal scorer. Sharks win the faceoff. Back for Irwin. And a drive and a stick save by Halak. And now Burns. And he is pressured by Bouwmeester. Puck on 3. Now Thornton gets it back. On the line to Boyle, a shot. That's blocked by Payarvi. And then Hurdle in front. Burns a one-timer and a right pad save by Halak.
And say that all starts with just one careless turnover in the defensive zone, and the Sharks make the Blues pay with a good chance.
And now Payarvi comes in, and that shot did not get through the traffic. Sharks have a odd man rush. It's Burns and Irwin. Burns waited too long, and Tarasenko knocked it away.
Good job by Tarasenko. Just kept moving those skates and kept grinding away. But you're right, did Brent Burns ever take his time there?
Here are the Sharks, and Wingles drops it off. Pavelski a drive and a save there by Halak. And then played back of the goal. Wingles checked by Berglund. And then Berglund can't move it out. Bouwmeester. And he can't get it out either. Oshie will try. And here's a 2-on-1. Oshie and Payarvi. Oshie right in. And he lost the handle. And he waited too long. And now Payarvi for Steen. And his pass hit a stick and goes to center ice.
Oh, otherwise he's got Ian Cole wide open on the far point and just glanced off the shaft of the stick of Wingles.
Got to make that decision earlier.
Just snap it first. Huh?
Snap it or make that pass really quickly, especially on your forehand like that, Panger.
Well, that's what you perhaps will get when you have a tired mind. As Niemi holds it with 8:01 to go in the middle frame.
Yeah, TJ Oshie also had that 2-on-1 there with Magnus Payarvi on the left side, and after the Blues had turned it over, they got away with one there, and you see Steen cause a little interference that creates that turnover and a little wraparound there, and on the stick, I don't think that was the play that broke up Oshie. Oshie just trying to drag that around and buy a little bit more time, looking the whole way to his left.
Yeah, you've got a left-handed shot and Payarvi going to the net on the other side. You either got to lead him or you take your shot and you're off that far pad and hope for a rebound. So the shot has to be made. You can't get away with nothing there.
And now Barrett Jackman. Little slap pass intended for Stewart. And then Porter will jam it back of the goal. Vlasic up this side. Jackman there on the pinch. And it's up in the air and now grabbed by the Sharks. And John McCarthy, their 7th-round pick in 06. Penalty coming up here. And it's against the Blues, I believe, for high sticky.
Yeah, it's Desjardins is the player that got the stick up high. But the puck was up in the air as well. But Desjardins ends up, as the referee's going to check him out. That's, I think that's Francois Saint-Laurent that's checking him out over there to see if it's going to be a double minor or not. Jackman was at the left point. The puck was bouncing up. And Barrett Jackman will go off. It'll be the 3rd power play of the game for the San Jose Sharks. Well, keep your eye. The puck's going to come up there, and they're all swatting at it. And where's that? It's his own teammate that got him. That's his own teammate. That was Mike Brown, number 18 stick that got him.
Actually, Derek Roy's stick was closer than Jackman, but I think you're right. I think it was the Shark player. So a tough call on Jackman. Sharks are 0 for 2 in the power play. And only one shot as the Blues clear it down the ice. Shark goals tonight from Pavelski, Irwin, and Burns. As they have outshot the Blues 18-10 thus far. Puck dropped off to Marleau now for Pavelski. Thornton sets up on the near side. Back to Dan Boyle. And then Thornton has it. That's knocked away by Lapierre. And Lapierre works in. Short-handed bid, and that goes wide as they just rolled off his stick. And now it's Boyle again. And ahead for Couture. On the back check, broken up there by Payarvi. And it trickles back to the line. Irwin had it bounce on him. Berglund. And he can't get by Irwin, who did a very good job and didn't take a penalty. And now Wingle comes in. On the Shark power play to Burns. And a drive blocked in front by Pollock. And the rebound shot through the goal crease by Wingles. Pollock comes over. Sends it back of the goal to his partner Cole. And with 35 to go in the power play, he rips it down the ice.
And think of the shorthanded situations and the guys that are in there that aren't used to being on the penalty kill without Sobotka, without Schwartz, without David Backes.
Yeah, 3 of your primary penalty killers. Now Irwin a shot. That's off a stick and wide. Bouwmeester ahead, but not by Demers. Centered in front. Oh, Havlik came in and made a close-in bid on Halak, who made the save. And then Wingles with it. Roddy Havlik on the half boards. And then fired to the corner. Jackman is back out there. So the Sharks 0 for 3 in the power play. One shot on that power play. And Oshie charges into the zone. Oshie waits. And now runs out of real estate. Throws it back of the goal, intended for Steen. And off his stick and picked up by Mike Brown. And Brown takes cover back of the Shark goal. With 5:05 to go in the second period. Stewart to Cole. And then for Pollock. On to center ice, tipped along. Here's Roy. Demers stepped up to break it up. Now Cole for Pollock. Into the middle of the ice to Porter. And his shot blocked. Roy gets it. Right on goal and a pad save by Niemi. And then Porter had a look at the rebound. And now McCarthy. Worked over by a couple of Blues. Roy tips it back. Here's Cole. He turns. Now to Shattenkirk. Lets it go. He scores! Shattenkirk!
That's a smart play by the defenseman Ian Cole. The left-hand shot, he knew he had his partner, the right-handed Kevin Shattenkirk. He had the presence of mind to switch spots and feed it over beautifully there to Shattenkirk. There, fake shot brings 2 forwards towards him. That leaves an open lane. Now the Shattenkirk gets a break. It does go off the forward Desjardins and past the goaltender. Off the arm, between the stick and the body on the short side. No chance for Niemi. Good confidence builder there for Shattenkirk and a better play by Ian Cole.
His first in 4 games, 4th of the year. And it's 3-1. Now Shattenkirk throws it wide of the Shark goal. In last night's loss at Ottawa, it marked the first time all year a Blues defenseman did not pick up a point. That's a heck of a run by the Blues defense.
And such an instrumental part of the offense for the entire team, and one of the reasons why the Blues are a bit of a surprise in terms of the offensive side of it and their rankings in the entire NHL.
Now it's under Payarvi as Berglund comes in to try and get it free. Vlasic back for San Jose. And now Braun on to center ice for Shepherd. And then moved in by Pavelski. And then he takes a hit from Morrow. Cole gets the only assist on the goal by Shattenkirk. And we'll see if that gives the Blues some life here. Now Havlik back on the line to Irwin. And that's blocked by Berglund. Oh, took that in the midsection, it looked like. Maybe the knee, and he'll limp off. And that's the last thing the Blues need. And Berglund can barely get to the bench. And he goes right down the runway into the Blues locker room. And he makes a beeline for the locker room, does Berglund. The goal by Shattenkirk cuts the lead to 3-1.
Roy has had a real hungry pursuit of the puck. He's got a good stick in the lane. He's got good hand-eye coordination. And we take a look at Roy right here and the way Roy is there working it. Now, Stewart's going to come into play, so it hits one of both or maybe Roy's stick, and then there's the switch there. See the two forwards? They go right over to Cole up top, and then that enables the right-handed Kevin Shattenkirk to get a real good shot. And Desjardins ends up hurting the goaltender when he's trying to help the goaltender on that one that I'm sure the goalie would say, and I know I would, just leave that alone. I've got it. I'm fine with that one.
We've seen a lot of goals that have been scored of late that have been tipped in off sliding players.
Well, they're not giving another assist just yet, but it was one of the two. It was either Derek Roy or Chris Stewart that put the puck back.
Absolutely. And now Shattenkirk gets some help there from Steen. And he was upended, but it's picked up by Brendan Morrow. And the former Dallas captain. Kind of moving on the wing. That's off a leg, and now Havlat back for Vlasic.
Brendan would want that pass back because he did have Steen with some speed, but it was just too far ahead of Steen.
Well, Steen has to wait to Morrow to clear the zone. Does not wait quite long enough. And we get a whistle. Well, the Cardinals winter warm-up returns January 18th through the 20th. Current players and the Hall of Famers will be there to sign autographs. And Fox Sports Midwest will be there to bring you player interviews. Every dollar raised goes to Cardinals Cares, so get your tickets at cardinals.com/winter warm-up or visit the team store. And the rookie Hurdle dumps it in from center ice. And here comes Adam Cracknell now for Koliakovo. To Cracknell, and then Koliakovo follows up. Centering pass intended for Lapierre. To the corner, Cracknell, and then Hurdle fires it around. Bouncing puck. Pollock settles it. Throws one to Cracknell. To Lapierre, trying to jam it in. And Niemi went down to make the save, and the puck is lobbed high and back to center ice.
Well, interesting strategy there. The Blues throw on the fourth line up against Joe Thornton's line, and they end up getting some good zone time.
And they'll take that any time as Lapierre's shot is tipped away.
Lapierre on the ice with Carlo Koliakovo on the left, and Koliakovo made a good calm play on the left side. Had good composure with the puck, didn't panic with it.
You know, the Blues fourth line guys, don't forget, they did not play an awful lot last night in Ottawa, so I think they actually have more gumption, if you want to say, Payer, than the other line. So it's not a bad line. You might see more of that fourth line in this third period.
And that's probably why that one shift there, Lapierre, showing some emotion going back to the bench. Everybody wants to get on the ice, that's for sure.
Now Stewart gets the face-off. Stewart on with Porter and Roy. And Porter on the cycle now for Stewart with 4 goals in his last 3 games. And Big Stewie a shot. That's blocked. And some good hustle down low by Porter. Comes free to Roy. And he looks around. Back on the line, Pietrangelo down to Bouwmeester. Angles one to the inboards for Stewart. And on the backhand, out of the forehand, trying to hit Porter back of the goal. And then Roy digs in the corner. Gets some help again from Porter.
1 minute.
3 Sharks are there with a minute to go in the period.
And Roy does a good job of getting away from the traffic and getting to the outside.
And then he and Wingles slash each other. And it's in the skates in that corner. They smack and hack and somehow try to get it free.
Roy did a good job there of shoving Wingles from behind.
And now Roy takes a bit of a shot up high from Wingles. This is amazing that they don't blow it dead. And now we get a whistle. And they're going to call somebody here. And probably Roy and Wingles, but...
Yeah, there's a hack and whack going on there. That's good, strong play, though, in the corner. Good, strong play. It ended up being a 3-on-4. The Sharks had 4 players surrounding the 3 forwards. And this is probably a 40-second scrum going on right here. And so you want to make sure that you don't get all your players in on the offensive side of the puck. You need to have one player on the outside. You see Roy? He's battling, he's hacking, he's whacking. There's Stewart, you're looking for it. But if all three of them end up being on that inside of it, then puck comes out. You may have an odd man break against, but look at those cameras working behind the play. That's full-on action right there.
That was a 28.8-second shift to be exact, Payer, because it was 1:01 when I looked at the clock, just when it started. It's a long scrum in the corner.
And we get matching slashing minors to Wingels and Roy. So 4-on-4. And Steen on the faceoff, kicks into the corner. Petrangelo comes in, he gets it free, back for Bouwmeester. At the line, jumps, he scores! Another blast by Big Bo, and it's 3-2.
Well, this game's alive now. Fans on their feet here at Scottrade, and there's some life. And the prognosticating coach, Ken Hitchcock, told Bernie that they just got to keep playing the same way and get the next one. Well, they did. Good job by Steen on the forecheck. Petrangelo reads it nicely, gets it back to the point. And this, with traffic in front of the net, don't underestimate the effort there of Steen. He takes Braun out, gets to the front of the net first, and then he gets good positioning. Braun ends up screening the goaltender, but excellent play there by Alexander Steen and a good hard blast by Jay Bouwmeester.
And he'll get his third of the year, 1935. And just like that, it's 3-2. Goals from Shattenkirk and Bouwmeester. And that one coming 4-on-4. The fifth goal the Blues have scored 4-on-4 this year. Now Burns a shot and a save by Halak.
For Bouwmeester, the key to this here, as it's on end, kind of a good whip to it right there as the puck gets trapped on the blade on end, knuckling all the way in. And good traffic in front. But remember in the first period, we showed a couple of examples of the pucks not getting through. And here the Blues are working a lot harder in the corner, creating some open space back to the points. But again, Petrangelo doesn't come in there and support Steen. That play doesn't happen.
The assist to Petrangelo and Steen at 1935. Bouwmeester's third of the year. And it's 3-2, and Jim Hayes, don't go away, my friend.
How about that? Thanks, John. Goals by Kevin Shattenkirk and Jay Bouwmeester, and we got ourselves a hockey game. Blues trail by just one after 2 periods of play. Jim Hayes in the Bud Light Zone. Here's what's coming up in the Jack in the Box intermission report. Darren Pang will chat with Blues defenseman Ian Cole. Bernie Federko, the Hall of Famer, will join me on set, and we will break down the second period. Plus, we'll have our dirt cheap shot as well. 2 periods in the books. The Blues down 1. They trail the Sharks 3-2 at Scottrade.
Well, things are getting interesting here in St. Louis. At one point, the Sharks enjoyed a 3-0 lead, but the Blues have gotten the last couple of goals, and now we have a 1-goal affair. My partner, Mr. Darren Pang.
We're getting used to these dramatic comebacks for the St. Louis Blues. They did so in Columbus. They probably gained a lot of confidence from that. We thought at one point in this game they were going to pull the goaltender, but they did not. But keep your eye on Petrangelo. When the Blues are on their toes, this is the kind of reaction you get. Great job by Alexander Steen. Now you stop it right here again. Watch Petrangelo again. That's going to leave this man, Jay Bouwmeester, all open there because the Sharks collapsing. Good patience with the puck. And now Logan Couture cannot get up there. Alexander Steen gets back to the front of the net, and he creates a lot of havoc. And that puck was rolling by the time Bouwmeester got it on the end of his blade, and it had a lot on it. It was Dixon and doodling before it got beyond the goaltender, Antti Niemi.
The Sharks, when leading after 2, 17-1-2. The Blues, when trailing, are 2-5-2. And we remain 4-on-4 for 127. Blues win the opening faceoff. And here comes Alexander Steen. Nice move and a backhander and a save by Niemi. And around to Bouwmeester. Gets it back in the goal. Oshie in front, and he lost an edge as he tried to go to the backhand. Sharks to center ice. And this is the veteran Dan Boyle. Former Cup winner at Tampa Bay back in 04. And now recovered by Bouwmeester, who scored the Blues' last goal. And Big Bo to center ice now for Oshie. And he goes wide. And now does a little curl move. Leaves it for Shattenkirk. And tries to get free. That shot well wide. And off the board. Berglund back after taking a shot late in that second period.
Call that in the midsection.
That was, mid-body. Havlat comes in for San Jose. Poked away by Jackman. And now recovered by Tarasenko. Back for Shattenkirk. The time has not moved on the score clock as far as the penalties. Here's a drive from the point by Vlasic. And that was off the blocker of Jaro Halak. Players will come back in about 10 seconds. As Braun runs it around the end boards. Now at the line, a hit. Roy is back with Wingles. And now Berglund on to center ice, Tarasenko. And he gets the puck to the corner. And then Braun for Vlasic. Burns tips at the puck to center ice and then played back into the San Jose zone. And now Joe Pavelski. He'll drive it around the inboard. Shepard there, tipped to the corner. And now Ian Cole in a battle, knocks Wingles down. Here's Pavelski. Hooks it in front off the skates of Lapierre and grabbed by Cole. And off the boards and out. Stewart at center ice. Broken up and Pavelski filters it back in. And Pollock back there along with Cole.
Good support there by Cole. He knew Roman might have been a little bit in trouble. He went and supported and was able to get the puck out.
And now Pollock into the zone. And he gets it down low at Porter. And it's in some skates there. Porter trying to kick it free. And now Steen comes in as he is on after a line change. Stewart gets it free back of the goal. And Shepard takes a bit of a two-hander from Oshie. You can hear it up here. And Stewart across the red line and sends it in deep. As Bouwmeester feeds Oshie at his own line. Now ahead to Steen. And off his skates and in deep. In a battle there with Boyle. Bouwmeester pinches down low. And now Bouwmeester gets it free. Oshie had it locked at Havlat now for Couture. And he comes in down his offside. The late man is Marleau. A shot and a save by Halak. On the step shot by Marleau.
You saw in the first period on the goal against by Irwin. A pinch down low, a good pinch by the defenseman, but not a third man up high to defend. But we talked about the starters and the finishers in this game. The first period, the Sharks with a distinct advantage like you read about. But look at the second and third periods. And tonight, it is 2-1. In favor of the Blues in the second. This backhander by Steen. Boy, he's good at taking that puck from his forehand to his backhand. Gets a lot on it there. That one was right off the mask.
A little bit higher. That's in the twine, too.
Yeah.
Yep. Shows Pollock squats it out of midair to center ice. Here's Vlasic for Braun. And then tipped deep by Burns. Pollock back to play it. Thornton knocks it down, trying to center one. And almost caught Halak cheating there. The puck is chipped out of play. I think off a Shark stick and over the glass.
Exactly right. And it's off hurdle stick, so that's going to be in the neutral zone right there. So Sharks have had 3 power plays in this game. The Blues have had 1.
Last night, the Blues did not score a goal in the third period. For the first time in 10 games, they had scored at least 1 in the third period. 10 straight until last night.
Yeah, Stewart scored at 19:48 to make it a 2-1 game. Very similar to this one. Bouwmeester scores at 19:35, to get the Blues right back into the game. That's a key goal to this hockey game if the Blues are to come back.
Oh, nice pass by Shattenkirk. Lapierre down to Krakko, back to Lapierre. And that goes deep. Koliakovo in on the forecheck.
Good play by Koliakovo.
Doesn't take a penalty on Braun. And now Mike Brown there, number 18. Puck comes free. And the Sharks have it. McCarthy now ahead to Brown. And across center ice, and that goes wide of the Blues goal. And Shattenkirk has Desjardins tied up. And Shattenkirk away for St. Louis to Jackman. Center ice, a pass hit a skate. And they're going to say an icing call.
Oh, that shouldn't be icing.
Hit
that shouldn't be icing.
On the other side of center.
That's not a good call right there. That's a bad call. That was an intended pass on the far side to Cracknell, and it went off the skate of Lapierre at center ice.
You know, Kelly Sutherland comes in.
It's a pass by Jackman, and it goes on the skate. It goes right by. Look, it goes right between the legs of the defenseman. That's a waiver off there, my opinion, anyway.
Well, I agree with you because it went through the skates of the defenseman, but I mean it did hit Lapierre on the right side of the center ice line, so it wasn't icing if the guy wouldn't have played it, tried to play it.
Well, looking for the perfect stocking stuffer, how about a Blues holiday pack? Holiday packs include 5 games, and you also get a Blues scarf for every 2 packs purchased. Visit stlouisblues.com/holiday packs for more details. Here's where the face-off. And at the line, Koliakovo now for Lapierre. And he is bumped by Stewart. Couture walks it in. Now Couture top of the circle. To the line to Havlat. And he throws it back of the goal. Picked off the wall by Couture. Now plays one to the far side. Marleau centers it. Hit a skate at the line. It's kept in by Irwin. And now broken up, and Oshie away for the Blues. And Oshie through center ice. Gets the wheels going here. And then he tried to make one too many move. Now it's Porter following up. And Porter tied up in the corner. Trying to get it free for Steen. Boy, you've had a lot of scrums along the wall tonight. And now it is Hertl. He goes the other way. There's Pietrangelo deep, looking for a turnover. And then Irwin puts it off the glass and out. And a race Pietrangelo, chased by Burns. And a good job by Pietrangelo. And the puck off the boards. And grabbed by Steen. Center ice. Here's Oshie. And a little toe drag move now for Pietrangelo. Takes a stick up high, I think, from Vlasic. And no call. Fans are livid. Here are the Sharks. Up the ice. And Braun drops it, a shot. That was blocked at the defense. Steen with it. And a diving play by Pietrangelo. The Blues get it back.
That's a heck of a shift by Pietrangelo. That is a long, long shift. Out of gas, gets the stick up high in the corner. Referees, both of them missed that. It glanced off the shaft of the stick, I think, of Pietrangelo, but it caught him right up in the beak. And then he comes back and breaks the play up in his own zone.
And now Halak out to tee it up for Bollock. It looked like from here he got a stick around the left cheek area. As Cole sends it high, and a bouncer goes all the way down. And Niemi leaves it for Brad Stewart. And his second tour of duty with San Jose. Now Roy gets it back at center ice. Long pass for Tarasenko. And he comes in. Tarasenko a shot, and that goes wide. A little shake and bake move by Tarasenko, and the puck lifted high. Out of the zone, Tarasenko hit on Desjardins. He takes a two-hander, missed him, and got away with it. And now Shattenkirk for the Blues. Off the boards indeed. Now Shattenkirk. And then Berglund gets it back of the goal. And Berglund swings it in front. Off a stick. And the Sharks clean it up.
Good effort there, Mike.
Clear it out.
Tarasenko is really moving around the ice. Really hungry pursuit of the puck, and he nearly caused another turnover there.
Sharks don't get that deep. Here's Shattenkirk. He scored the Blues' first goal. To Barrett Jackman. And he doesn't get it by the defense. Oshie looked out, lost it, and Marleau comes in with Couture. To Couture, and a shot, and that goes wide. And off the boards, and here the Blues back the other way, 3-on-2. Led by Steen. He comes in, and a shot. Tipped wide of the goal. And then Morrow takes a hack at the puck, knocked Vlasic down, and Couture gets it out. Here is Marleau into the zone now for Havlat. Tipped on goal, rebound! It just goes wide. As Braun, I believe, tipped it on goal, and Halak made a big save there to keep it at 3-2.
I believe Halak got his blocker on that shot by Couture on the first 2-on-1 break.
And it's Havlat to the line now to Braun. Wrist shot, hit the goal post. Rebound, they score. Havlat gets the rebound, and it's 4-2.
Number of chances there, and that sucks a little bit of the air out of the balloon here at Scottrade Center. Just barely snuck in there on that short side after the Sharks have a couple of 2-on-1 breaks. Havlat puts it in front there. Little redirection. Right toe saved there by Halak. Then the rebound just squirts wide. And then Havlat puts it back to the point. The shot again off the end and short side. Off the post. Havlat's there and just barely gets in from a Plaza Tire service replay.
Wow, Halak got a piece of that too with his stick.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, wow.
And his first goal in 7 games, 3rd of the year. And that makes it 4-2. So a tough one to give up there. And the Sharks have a 2-goal lead. Now it's center ice, Adam Cracknell. And he goes for a skate back in his own zone. Pollock with plenty of time. There's Paul, the pass for Cracknell, tips it in deep. He had to be out to play it, almost missed it back there. And now Hurdle back on the goal for Demers. That's cut off by Tarasenko. Trying to get the puck to the front. Tarasenko and Demers battle. And Vladimir Tarasenko will pass across, and that was intended for Jackman, read well by Hurdle. And now into the middle of the ice, it is Payarvi. Here comes Jackman again. 10:40 left in the 3rd. Into the zone, Payarvi, he flies in, cuts in, and he can't get it by the goaltender as he showed some great outside speed there. And that's fired down the ice for an icing call.
After Tarasenko caught the puck over on a backhander in the offensive zone, he worked hard to get back, and the Blues, they do regroup and get back into the offensive zone. And Magnus Payarvi, using that speed that made him the 10th overall pick by the Oilers, gets through the neutral, and an excellent pass there by Barrett Jackman right on the tape. Good defensive play by the smaller Dan Boyle and keeping Payarvi on the outside.
Ron and Marlowe get the assist on that last goal. Now Pietrangelo a shot. Loose. Porter trying to jam it in and a save by Niemi.
Porter starts this off with a good bank pass off the boards to the right-handed Pietrangelo, and that's where the Blues are getting their chances from the point position.
Jim, a 4-2 Shark lead.
Santa's lost a little weight.
Well, some cookies during his big journey. And we get a penalty here, a hooking minor. And it's against the Sharks.
I don't know if the Blues had possession of the puck, but you're right. I think the Blues were a little confused there.
San Jose number 9, 2 minutes for hooking.
It's a hooking call. The Blues will get a key power play in this game. So for Todd McClellan, he's penalty kill in a big moment right here. But the Blues had possession, so that's why I was wondering why it was blown down.
Blues 0 for 1 tonight. They win the faceoff. Shattenkirk. And now Oshie. And he was checked, and Marlowe flips it up the middle. Then back down the ice. Steen and Shattenkirk deployment. Up front it is this man, Roy, Oshie, and Stewart. Blues get in the zone. Down low to Roy, wide open, in front to Steen, a shot. And that was blocked by Niemi. What a play there. Now Steen has it again. Slows it down. Oh, they got too close to Roy there.
Yeah, they both put themselves in a too close of a position there. No outlet.
And another one of those scrums in the corner. Blues get it free, but the Sharks take over, and Marlowe fires it down the ice.
Alexander Steen must have seen something there that we didn't see, but he ended up running out of real estate. Because of that, the Sharks were able to close her off.
Now Shattenkirk, nice play to Steen. Bottom out shooting. Shattenkirk down the right wing side for Oshie. And into the corner. Stewart there. Puck comes free for Shattenkirk. And a shot got through. And a save by Niemi. Big rebound now picked up by the Blues. And it's Oshie. 45 to go in the power play. Shattenkirk back for Oshie. Moves in a drive and a save by Niemi.
Good second effort by Derek Roy there. There's a loose puck in the slot, and how many times have we seen that in this game where Derek Roy at the last second just reaches out and pokes the puck away, and the Blues are able to regain control. So there's this shot first that just happened. There's Stewart right on the doorstep. And there's this other play. Again, the rebound scored, so it's just a little poke there. He barely got enough on it, and it keeps it alive. Derek Roy to Steen. That one gets blocked in front. Steen was, Jared Roy was pretty close to the net on that play when he passed it all the way over there to Steen.
Well, the Blues off the face-off. It comes to Tarasenko. 30 to go in the power play. Tarasenko. Pass back for Pietrangelo and a shot. That was blocked at the defense. Now down the boards to Berglund. Morrow's in a wrestling match in front with Vlasic. Now Berglund a drive. That was off a body and wide. And the Sharks play it off the glass and all the way down.
Referee warning Antti Niemi there with how aggressive he was in battling Morrow as well with Vlasic.
And a stretch pass for Tarasenko. He comes in, snaps a shot on goal, and a save. Puck goes back to Bouwmeester. And now for Berglund. Hamblin is back on. The Blues don't score. 3 shots on goal. Now Couture, pickpocketed by Morrow. A centering pass. Berglund had it, but couldn't get it on goal. And a drive by Pietrangelo, hit a shin pad. And back to center ice and then in offside. With 7:49 to go, the Sharks leading 4-2.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot of real clean looks, but Chris Porter grinding in front of the net after this shot by Alex Pietrangelo, and it's our Chamberlain big save of the game right there, and why wouldn't it be? The goaltender's reaching down, thinks he's got it. He's fortunate he's in that position as Porter chunks it right into his belly, and the garage door didn't get open on that play. Got shut down.
Blues this year are 0-4 against California-based teams.
Going to California with an aching in their heart.
22-2-4 against every other team.
Led Zeppelin. That was a great song, by the way.
We were singing that this morning. Right early after the long flight.
Absolutely. Up and at 'em here. Blues did not skate, but the Sharks did. On early here.
Well, Pavelski a pass for Boyle. And a wrister is taken care of by Halak. With 7:25 left. Well, again, the Blues are home Thursday against the Montreal Canadiens. And Yarrow's former club. Rate seats are still available for as low as $35. Visit stlouisblues.com for more information.
Always great seeing the original 6, especially the Montreal Canadiens.
And off the faceoff, the puck is put in front by Burns. Now Oshie to center ice.
Maybe we can get one of the members, maybe Mark Bergevin and gentlemen can bring us some poutine. That would be fantastic, Bernie.
Now, why don't you tell the fans who are listening, Darren, what poutine is?
Home-cut French fries, cheese curd, good fresh squeaky cheese curd, preferably from Wisconsin, and then nice hot gravy on top of that melts it into it.
J.T. Fields and Clayton.
There we go. Yeah,
They got it there.
Here's Pietrangelo, and that shot blocked. Now Pietrangelo gets it again. That drive goes wide of the goal, bounces in front, and then Morrow with it. Morrow to Steen. And then back for Morrow. And he was knocked down. Steen is there again, trying to go to the line. And then Marleau steps up. Pietrangelo's had about, including the last 2, 9 attempts on goal, but hasn't had a shot get on goal tonight.
Look at the effort by Steen, though.
Protects the puck now for Shattenkirk. And he walks in. Back to Pietrangelo. Another try. That goes wide. And here is Shattenkirk again. And that was knocked down by Couture. Good defensive play. Now Havlik comes in on the give and go to the net. And Couture almost made it 5-2, and the rebound went wide. Stewart back to center ice. Under 6 to play. Dropped off to Roy. In front of the goal. That was intended for Porter, and the Sharks break it up. Shepherd ahead. And that goes down the ice. And this will be an icing call against San Jose.
Good pressure there, and boy, you see the Blues and Chris Stewart 0-4 against California-based team, and the rest of the NHL 22-2-4. But that play there by Alexander Steen, again on the puck, Bernie, he just never stops. His conditioning is unbelievable, and his ability to protect the puck with so many guys around him.
Yeah, he's got that. I mean, the legs get churning, and he's like a bull in a china shop. And you know what? I don't think you can get it off of him.
And off the face-off, Payarvi to the corner for Berglund. Two Swedes are on with Tarasenko. Tarasenko into the corner, and a shot! And that was knocked away by Niemi, I believe, with his arm. And now it goes low again. Payarby is rubbed out by Braun. Payarby back on his skates. And again, Braun now for Pavelski. Off the glass and tipped to center ice by Shepherd. Long stretch pass, trying to catch the Sharks on a bad change. But Stewart gets it off the boards and down the ice with 5 minutes left in the third period. And the Blues trailing 4-2. That's center ice. Payarby in a foot race. And that's an icing call against St. Louis.
Blues won't be able to make a change, but you can be sure that the message from the bench right now is going to be defensemen, get on your toes. Don't bail out of the blue line in the offensive zone. You're going to have to get in there, keep pucks alive.
Full court press right now.
Yeah, no question about that, Bernie. I mean, you can see San Jose. I mean, there's been many times in this game, especially the second and third, where, you know, the Blues have done a good job of getting them on their heels.
Sharks about shut the Blues 27-20 for the night. Now Berglund lobs it high. And he goes off on a line change.
Does that come from that old Montreal Canadiens theory of, you're going to change them up. Why not just regroup, send it back to the D, and come out as a 5-man unit instead of just giving it up when you're behind in the game by 2? Thinking of those old days with Guy Lafleur, Lemaire, and Schutt, I think, in my childhood.
Steen, a little head fake move. Chased by Irwin back of the goal. And then Steen again. This time it's knocked away by Havlat all the way down. And icing called. I agree, Darren. When you're under no pressure at all and you want to go off on a line change, why not put it back to one of your defensemen?
Yeah. I mean, I know that in a game in which you're leading 4-2, I mean, you fully understand that play, especially on the road. But I mean, those are little things where I think you just get in those habits, and you know your group is tired. There was an icing before that, and you want to get off, but I think you still want to maintain as much possession as possible.
Well, Steen battles with Couture. Pass comes across for Pietrangelo. And he is blocked in the corner by Marleau. Potential teammates on the Canadian Olympic team. Pietrangelo and Marleau. Those get it free back of the goal. Oshie for Bouwmeester and a shot. And a glove saved by Niemi with 3:40 left. And now Morrow does some pushing in front with Irwin.
And Morrow's really been good in the trenches here. There's been a lot of hard battles that he's had to endure during the course of this game there. Offensive zone face-off for Brendan Morrow and the Blues, but time now for tonight's Czech replay brought to you by BMO Harris Bank. And there's been a few. Brad Stewart will always take out the man. There's no doubt. Roman Polak the same way. He's had 6 hits a couple of times so far in this game. And look at this here going on in Brendan Morrow with Vlasic in front of the net. Heck of a battle there between the two.
And now he and Irwin continue the conversation. Steen on the face-off with 3:40 left. Blues down by 2. Steen and Pavelski. They lecture the centers, and now they drop it. Break a stick, broke a stick, or dropped it. And here's Wingels to center. And we get an offside at the St. Louis line.
Well, Steen lost his stick on that face-off, and as he was going to the bench, Dan Boyle was there chipping the puck, and Alexander Steen lays a good hit on him right there. And he wipes the shield right now at the bench, but that's a good, clean hit right there on Boyle. And then he gets the stick from the bench.
Yeah, I believe he busted it there. He busted his stick, dropped it, I believe.
Yeah, on the face-off.
Yeah.
And the Sharks control the face-off. Drilled around by Vlasic. At the line, a high shot by Irwin hit glass. And now Stewart can't get anywhere at center ice. And Ian Cole follows up, and here he comes. Cole in front of Roy. Now Roy to the corner. And chased to the far boards. Point man has opened that to Ian Cole. A shot tipped on goal by Stewart. And that was blocked. And then Porter in the corner. Wingels gets back for San Jose. Off the glass and out. Here is Shepherd. And a good job defensively by Cole. Now Stewart for Derek Roy. And then Roy goes down, and he goes back after Shepard. Here comes Stewart to center ice. And that goes deep in the blue zone with 2:35 left. The lock could be pulled at any point here. Demers shovels it back on the goal. Shattenkirk up the near side for Payarvi. Center ice to Pietrangelo. Dropped off to Berglund, and that's knocked away by a Shark player, and it goes over the boards. And we'll get a face-off deep in the Shark zone.
I think Halak's coming too now, guys.
Yeah, now's the time. The 2:16 left. So 6 attackers.
Derek Roy stays on the ice, and in a situation like that with Derek Roy being a left-hand shot, the one key here is getting the puck out to this area. You can see how flooded it is in that area.
And Pavelski gets the puck to the corner. Now Oshie comes over there with Morrow. And then get another big scrum. Oshie trying to get it out of the pack. And it goes over the glass. The Blues are calling for delay of game.
Yeah.
And they will confer.
They're saying that it was knocked out by a San Jose Shark player and over the glass.
They're going to call
it's going to be a delay of game penalty. Lola Couture is arguing it like you read about right here. But we'll keep our eye on 39 White there. Yeah, clearly. I mean, knocks that right over the glass and out of play. And Derek Roy and TJ Oshie. Yeah, that's for sure. There's no question about that. Actually, there is no argument.
It's an automatic call.
Yeah.
Good job by our crew, headed up by Tim Paps, our director Phil Malika, Danny Martinez working the graphics tonight, and our entire Fox Sports Midwest crew.
Back-to-back nights, even that truck is sharper than attack as always here on Fox Sports Midwest.
What's going to be interesting here, guys, if they put Yarrow back in the net now. This is where a lot of times with 2 minutes remaining in the game, guys, I wouldn't mind, keeping Yarrow really back in the net now here and just going with a regular power play for a few seconds here. Just because with a killing penalty, you throw one down, it's a blind look, it might go into the empty net. So this is going to be a decision that they have to make. I'm probably going to be wrong here, but they're probably going to keep Yarrow on the bench. But I like it when the goaltender goes back here, and especially with a couple minutes left in the game.
I wonder if that would change if you're, just down by 1 versus down by 2.
Yeah, I think down by 2, I think you have to keep them off the ice, but that's Bernie's opinion, and that's our opinion, so.
It's a 6-on-4. The face-off's over to the left, and like we showed you before, the left-handed Derek Roy will get on the dot, and you know that the Blues will have 3 guys over in that area.
Blues 0 for 2 tonight.
Brendan Morrow's on the ice, and his job will be to go right in front of the net. Looks like Steen's over on the left side with Brendan Morrow. So 2 men on the left supporting that play that Roy is hoping to win.
So 6-on-4 advantage. And the Sharks get the puck out. Marleau shoots it down the ice, and here's a race for it. Marleau with the empty net is chased by Shattenkirk. And now it comes back to Derek Roy.
Amazing with all the blue sweaters in the one area. The puck pops loose, and there's Patrick Marleau wide open, able to get it out of the zone.
And he has as much speed as anybody.
Yep.
And now Marleau again for Pavelski, and he will ice it. And again, the Sharks are short, so there is no whistle here for icing.
Still lots of time here to get in the offensive zone and get one.
Now Roy through center. In for Shattenkirk. Chips one to the corner. And then played back to the goal. Jardin with it for San Jose. Can't get much on it. Held in by Pietrangelo. He winds up and fires it. Hit a leg, goes wide.
He's had a ton of shots
to stick.
Yeah.
That's a Shark player. It's Oshie with it. To Pietrangelo. Jardin does not have a stick. 1 minute to go here. Oshie tipped in front by Shattenkirk. And that went through the goal crease area. Now Pietrangelo has it. And his drive blocked. Comes to Pietrangelo again. As McCarthy failed to clear it. Now Derek Roy.
Get to the front of the net here.
To the line. Steen to drive. And that was too high. Hit glass. And then chopped away by McCarthy. And 35 seconds left in the third period. No shots so far on this 6-on-4 advantage. Steen can't get in. Now recovered by the Blues. And Shattenkirk, he delays a bit. Now a pass in for Berglund. And he filters it back to the goal. And then Morrow there. Checked by Pavelski. And it goes to Braun. And he gets it off the boards. And that goes down the ice. And it's going to do it as the Sharks are going to go 3-0 this year against the Blues. At the buzzer, a shot on goal. And that's it. San Jose wins it. 4-2 the final.
And once again, the Blues can't beat the team from California. Any of them. It's been a tough grind there. Give San Jose credit. They get off to a 2-0 lead. They take advantage of some lively boards. Looked like in the second the Blues were going to bounce back there, scoring in 1935 by Bouwmeester to make it 3-2, but not enough with Havlat scoring to make it 4-2. Well, time for a Bud Light player of the game. And in a losing cause, I'm opting for Alex Pietrangelo. He had a lot of good opportunities from that point. He was on his toes. He made the play on the Bouwmeester goal to make it 3-2. Just too many of those shots ended up getting blocked by the Blues from the legs and the sticks of the San Jose Sharks.
And the Blues lose for the 7th time this year in regulation. And 3 of the 7 by the San Jose Sharks. Jim Hayes, they have their number.
Yeah, they do, JK. The Blues are shorthanded tonight because of injury. Also playing their third game in 4 nights. Facing the San Jose Sharks under those conditions, kind of a tall order. The Blues were down 3-0. They did cut the lead to 3-2, but that's really as close as they were going to get in this one. Jim Hayes in the Bud Light Zone coming up on the post-game show. Panger will join me. We'll break it all down. The final from Scott Trade. Blues come up short 4-2.